Let's get down to the New York Stock Exchange. Jim Cramer joins us right now. And Jim, we were just looking at one corner of our eye, kind of watching the futures and the reaction to the jobs report. What do you think?
Well, look, I think that the economy is not that hot. I have been a devotee of Ken Fisher for years and years and years. And this is a good environment. I don't want to see inflation. I think that your point, Becky, I mean, the rest of the world, what do they give you? There's just so much that is nice here. It's not bad, not great, but it's nice. And I respect Ken on the Federal Reserve, but at the same time, I recognize that a lot of the participants really do care that they might cut. I think you guys have an excellent commentary on it. But you know what? This is okay environment. And if you've got the earnings, you're going to make money. And I think that there are a lot of companies that are going to make the numbers. And that's just it's pretty good. It's not great. It's not bad.
And if the Fed does cut rates, let's say in July, what does that mean to the market?
Well, I think depending upon what's going on with China and the Fed, look, if we have the president by that point saying we have 25% tariff on Mexico, then a lot of this is game over. But otherwise, what I think is happening is that they cut and people still buy it. They buy the 2%, 2.5% yielders. They like dividends. I think dividends are terrific. But it's a benign environment, and a benign environment ex-Mexico. We have to hear what the president's going to do with Mexico. I am not a fan of putting a big tariff on them because it's not about hegemony. It's not a military issue. It's about vanity and getting a wall built. And that's not good for the economy.
Jim, that's been your take on this almost since the moment they announced it. Watching to see what happens on Monday. If they put
and
the 5%.
I'm in favor of China.
Yeah, I know. You look at these tariffs very differently than the China tariffs. If those tariffs are 5% go in on Monday, what does that mean? Is that an impact enough?
I think that the president's people always say the same thing to me. Jim, listen, we can always roll them back. They haven't rolled back a lot. Mexico's a different animal from China, and I think the president is erratic and capricious about this. Mexico's a good friend of our country. They may not do everything we like, but they've sure done most of what we like. It was our fault that we did NAFTA, not theirs. NAFTA was bad, but it was our fault, not theirs. It's business. Our businesses in this country favored NAFTA. And I think the president should recognize that NAFTA was something. We wanted immigration because it kept job growth so that there was no inflation, and we wanted cheap labor. And that's our fault. We wanted to exploit the $5 an hour, no pollution control, no union Mexico. And I think the president should recognize that we're in this fix because of American business, and he should stop beating up the Mexicans. They haven't done anything. We did it.
Jim, thank you. We're gonna see